Hello there, good day to all of our dear listeners, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Sphere Rocket Podcast Network, where we bring you insightful conversations with the brightest minds in the business. I'm your host, Sweet, and today we have a very special guest with us. So I hope you're in your comforts of your home, or whether you're driving to your work or business, listening to this. I hope you're comfortable because today we have a very distinguished guest. He is the co owner of a nationwide auto finance. Please welcome Al Tawil.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Al. Hi, welcome
Hello.
to the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm truly humbled.
Yeah, so great to have you in the podcast. Actually, everyone, before we start our conversation, just a brief background with the Al, who's great energy. Before we
Yeah,
start recording, it's really great small talk out there. So yeah, so nice to have you here in the podcast, and looking forward to learning more to you today with this episode.
yeah. I look forward to engaging with a good conversation with you guys.
Yeah. So just to start off, let's dive into our conversation. So first is, can you tell us about your business and how did you start it? Like, what sparked you to be in the auto finance industry?
So, my father started the business back in July of 1997. We've been around for quite a while. We're located in the Northwest Ohio region, and we're an automotive dealership. We sell used vehicles, but what's special about us is we actually do our own financing as well. So when a customer comes to purchase a car, we finance it ourselves. So we're basically lending them, giving them a loan as well. So on top of selling them a car, we're loaning them the money to purchase the vehicle. Another thing that we do also, we do traditional financing as well. Now I got into it after my father established the business. I got into it in 2007, maybe about 10 years later. I've been in the business ever since then, close to about 17 years now. And I got into it right out of high school and went from cleaning cars to working on cars to running the mechanic shop, selling cars, and now, overlooking the whole establishment.
Wow, that was so great. So it will go back to like when you were still young, really continuing the family, the
Business.
family or business. Yeah, that was so great, and it's so nice to like have someone to learn from, right? So and also you said that your business also loans a car and also sells, right?
Yes.
Did I heard it correctly? Love
Yeah.
that. So it's like a one-stop shop for
Yeah.
everyone who needs
Yeah.
financing and also car and at the same time. So would you say that that is your business superpower?
Yeah, that is our business superpower. Most people would have to go to a new car dealership, and that car dealership would have to reach out to lenders to get them a loan for the car that they're interested in. For us, they're working directly with us. We are the bank, so they're buying the car. We're the bank. They're going through us directly instead of going through a middleman. And the process is much longer. If you're buying a new car, no matter where you are, it's going to take hours. With us, driving the car and picking the car is the longest process.
Totally agree with that. Totally agree. And yeah, I that is actually like saving a lot of time for the clients and
Mhm.
also for you as well and on the both ends. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, if the client's happy, we're happy. So it doesn't, that's all that matters to us. Time is money lately.
Yeah, totally agree. Time is money, time is energy, everything, like all of the hustle and bustle
Yeah,
of
the whole
everything.
the whole society is built on convenience. That's why in the states, Amazon is like blowing up because it's convenient. You know, the whole no matter where you are, convenience is like a major factor in today's lives.
Love that. Yeah, totally agree. Convenience is a great factor to, of course, achieve success. And yeah, and in this busy days, of course, we have to keep up. And that's great that your business really offers this. And you said you've been doing the business since you were way back in high school, and then
Yeah.
now overseeing the company as a co-owner. So, of course,
Yeah.
for sure, you have encountered some challenges along the way. So, can you share to us some of the biggest challenges that you have encountered, and how did you handle that?
I honestly, if I were to give you a timeline of my greatest challenge, it would be right now. This past few years, going through COVID has been very hard. It used to be very simple with your day to day operations. Obviously, customer service is the biggest time that we spend on. But lately, there's so many other driving factors that are just kind of overwhelming at this point because due to COVID, allocating inventory. Inventory is really hard to find lately. Used cars. No one wants new cars because interest rates are too high. So they're jumping down to our stuff, which is affordable stuff. Our price ranges are $20,000 or less. And that's the affordable range for most people. And right now is everyone's looking for those cars. You got new car dealerships focusing on those genre of cars instead of focusing on the nicer stuff, but no one's able to afford the nicer stuff because interest rates are too high. So, inventory, I feel like, and I'm sure there's a lot of people in business right now, especially during COVID, people are a lot more less impatient lately.
Oh,
They want they want a decision now. It's just I feel like COVID kind of changed things in all aspects of the business lately, whether it be in the back end of trying to find inventory or dealing with the clients directly. It's been really hard this past few years, but that's what drives success is pushing through, grinding through, and trying to get to that finish line. Hopefully, I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I know in a couple of years, hopefully, things will get better, and that's what I'm focused on. Is I'm just taking one day at a time.
love that. Yeah, that is the most important, really seeing the silver lining or the light at the end of the tunnel in
Yeah.
every challenges that we face. And that was a really great value that you have, that I can see the grit and the passion that you really have so, to like continue this family business, of course.
Yeah.
Um yeah, and that was really great, and the passion to really serve the people with, of course, affordable cars and offering them convenience. So, on
Yeah.
your business side, you said that, of course, COVID really, I totally agree that COVID really changes a lot of things, whether it's in business, people's behavior. So, and also with your business right now, and how can you say that with like delegation, let's go with like in the term of delegation, how did you realize that I need to some help to like that's
Sorry.
okay, the editor can cut that off. Okay, so going back to my question, so with the ever changing, of course, ever changing in the industry, in the business industry, and how did you like decide in delegating a the task to an offshore member, like in this case hiring a virtual assistant?
So in our industry, we have BDCs, which is business development consultants, and these are people that are re-engaging clients with automotive in the automotive space. These people have the position to kind of reach out to clients. They see that they were potential leads, kind of like the real estate business. We receive potential leads on clients interested on specific vehicles, and these BDCs will reach out to them. And from the beginning to it's indefinite. It's continuing process with the BDC. So not only do they help them during the purchase process of finding the car that they like, bringing them in for an appointment, if the salesmen do their job and they deliver the car and they sell them the vehicle, they continue that process of checking in on them. How's the vehicle going? Do you understand when your first payment is? And then they reach back out on for the service side of trying to bring the client back in to service their vehicle as well going forward. And then they reach out back to them a couple of years, 3 years from now to try to trade in the vehicle and start the process all over again. So when you get that capture that client, um, you try to keep them in your establishment for life. That's a revolving door, and that's a great it's a great thing to our business is that 65% of our business is referrals and repeat clients. And we would not be in business, and as we just spoke about our hard times right now. Right now is the time. You could do all the advertising you want. If you don't have the referral and repeat business, then you're not going to last. And that's why it's so hard for new businesses to get established, is they don't have that structure already built with previous and referral clients. So the Sphere Rocket virtual assistants and the our BDCs that we're getting through them, they help us bring in those clients and keep bringing in those clients.
Wow. Wow, that was so intricate process. And that's actually new into my knowledge because I just usually hear some like they see it in a conference or it is a referral, but it's nice to know that it's like somehow different process in you. So,
Yeah.
what may I ask what kind of like a specific virtual assistant that you have right now?
So we have several businesses. This is not just our only business. We have a gun range in the U.S. The firearms is a big deal.
Wow.
So we have a firearm range where you could purchase firearms and shoot your firearms in a safe environment with trained staff. We have our dealership, and then we have a trash can cleaning business called 3A Eco Cans or cancleaners.com. So we have several businesses. We have one VA that does SEO, search engine optimization, and marketing. Um, this person that I found, I'm truly grateful for them. They've been working really, really hard, and I'm seeing the results immediately. And it was kind of like a gut feeling, right? When you know someone is the right fit, you know.
Mhm.
And that's the easy part. You know, that's the easy part, is finding them, because you guys help us do that. The hard part is keeping them happy, and you have to keep them on your team. Even though there's some distance between us, you got to make them feel like they're at home. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I have my VA that's a SEO and social media marketing. He does that for all three businesses. And then I have another VA assistant that does uh, BDC. They're our business development consultant. They're the one reaching out to our leads. She also creates reports. So she's way more extensive. She's my lead BDC as of right now.
Wow, that is so so great. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I didn't know that you have various businesses, but thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. And
Sorry.
yeah, so and how did you like find having a virtual assistant adding value to your business?
So weird. As you can see, I'm pretty, like, I'm a social butterfly. I'm a talkative person, and I like going to like summit meetings, like with potential other business leaders, and just kind of
Mm-hmm.
engaging at what works for them, what doesn't. And Sphere Rocket got brought up. Uh, I was going to one of these events, and in my notes, I had Sphere Rocket. And when I went to an event, I'm looking back. As soon as I came back a month later, I'm like, let me look into this company. And you know, and I looked into Sphere Rocket. And I'm like, you know what? Let me give it a try. I had a consultation and what you guys are about, and I was immediately sold because I needed the help. We have salesmen here, and what's hard, going back to our business model, we have salesmen here, and they're doing the sales, and they're finding the loan company, whether it be through us or through another lender. And the process is quite extensive, right? And even though it's efficient, it takes up a lot of the salesman's time. So he's not able to do his daily leads, as a normal salesperson. A salesperson literally has, if you go anywhere else, they just have work with the customer that's in front of you and bring them into the door, and that's their job. So this helps fill in that void, and it makes it a more efficient process.
Love that. Totally agree. Yeah. And yeah, having that efficiency in your business and keep the system up and running. So every position or field and everyone is working smoothly. And also I just want to highlight one thing that you have said a while ago. So the one main thing that you also making sure is to keep your VAs happy.
Hmm.
So I'm curious, how do you make, because it's the first time actually, or if not, one of the rare like things that I've heard from a client to make and keep their virtual assistants happy and keep them. So
Yeah,
I can see here that you are really a keeper.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that was great. And that's great. So as a, in the client's point of view, like yourself, how do you make sure that you keep your virtual assistants happy?
yeah. Well, it's they're just like um, I consider them like coworkers, right? Like even though I'm their boss, I consider them like a coworker. These are my partners. You know, I was taught respect. I was taught how to treat human beings, and you treat them with dignity and respect, and they will give that to you in return. Now that I treat them like my coworkers, I try to make it an environment that they want to come to, right? I don't want to anywhere, no matter where you are, sweet, I'm sure you could attest to this. We are human beings. We don't like coming to a negative environment, right? We want to be happy coming to
Mhm.
work. And at the same time, we know we have to get our job done. And I try to keep that, instill that, like, hey, I still have guidelines. I still need things, taken care of. But at the same time, I throw compliments on their accomplishments. Thank you so much. I show my appreciation. Little hidden gifts here and there, little bonuses that they don't expect. Um, just little things like my VA said they need a the camera webcam. Like great, no problem. I'll get it for you. No problem. Just let me know how much it is and I'll buy it. Also, my one VA said my computer's running slow. And I told her, okay, if you hit your 3 months, I'll buy you a computer setup. I bought her a computer setup. And, just little things here and there. And then when you do that, they're utterly committed to you, like emotionally, right? And I'm not just saying this as a spiteful way, like oh, I got her hooked now. No, it's not my point. Is once you create that establishment with a VA or your coworker, that's my partner. Once you create that emotional attachment to each other, they're your friend. It's gonna be almost they're going to feel so bad if they can't get nothing accomplished that because they don't want to disappoint you. And I'm the same way. I want to keep them, I want to guarantee their hours. I want to pay them on time, right? And I want to keep them happy. So it's a mutual respect kind of thing.
Love that. Yeah, really maintaining that mutual respect and also win-win situation for
Absolutely.
everyone. And yeah, I like that you've said that it's really in the small things. Sometimes it's really not about the grand gestures, but it's in the tiny little things, appreciation, small appreciations,
Yeah,
and also an unexpected, yeah.
it doesn't always have to be monetary, if you're a startup business and you're getting a VA and you're really maxed out on just their income, you know, even compliments go a long way. Treating them with self-respect and dignity, that they're human beings. I hear a lot about a lot of bosses, whether they're VAs or they're in person, they treat their coworkers or employees because that's what they look. Sometimes they treat them like really bad, and that doesn't go very far. You can't rule your business like Stalin. You know, you can't rule it with an iron fist. It doesn't always work. That works for the short term. But guess what? They're going to be coming through your door like a revolving door. One's going to come in, one's going to leave, and that's not a good long term game.
Yeah, totally agree with that. And yeah, it's really having that genuine connection and building that trust in each other. And yeah, and that's what I said, genuine connection and also nurturing their working relationship between both parties. And yeah, that is some great things to learn from you, Al. And yeah, so just few questions. Okay.
I was waiting for you to finish so I can unplug the phone.
Oh,
It'll keep on ringing. It'll nonstop. It'll mess up the background.
oh no,
Um,
thank you
I'll
so
let you
much.
continue. Yeah, no problem. I'll let you continue with your thought process.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And yeah, that was so fun. That was so funny. I just yeah,
I didn't know if you were
going
thinking of. I didn't know if you were thinking about it. It was ringing. I'm like, I don't want to disturb the background, like while she's asking questions, and so
oh,
I'm like,
yeah, that is so nice of you. Thank you so much, Al. And yeah, so going back so that you can answer those calls.
yeah,
um, okay, so going back, so beyond the financial successes, of course, with your business right now, what drives you to do what you do in the auto finance industry?
What drives me is, obviously the people I work with. I'm coming here 6 days a week. I'm not coming going whenever I want. I'm committed to this place like everyone else here. And but that's what was taught to me is you have to be a leader that leads by example. And I'm here 6 days a week. I've been doing it for 17 years, working basically a full-time and part-time job. But that's what business owners do. We're at least what they're supposed to be doing. So you got to lead by example. And I'm committed to the people that work here. I'm completely committed to my customers in my customer service. I try to do the best I can. Obviously, I'm selling used cars. If McDonald's can't make people happy with a $1.30 cheeseburger, I can't make everyone happy. So at least I do my best to try to make my customers happy and commit to them and hopefully keep them as a long-time customer. And what drives me as well, going off that, is we have customers that are returning time and time again. My father dealt with the first generation of customer, then I'm dealing with the second generation and even starting to see the third generation of clients coming back. So my father started with a grandmother, I'm selling to the mother, and now years later I'm selling to the grandchildren, and that's what drives me is seeing new faces but familiar.
Love that. Continuing the legacy. And yeah, two things I really learned from that is first commitment and leading by example, and that those are really great examples of being a leader.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really learned a lot from you today, Al. And yeah, I hope we could have more time, but yeah. So before we proceed to our next segment, just
Yeah.
one last few things. If you are to give a piece of advice to the people who also aspire to achieve the level of success that you have, what is that one piece of advice that you could give them?
The one piece of advice is don't think, just do. And what I mean by that is don't second guess yourself. Go with your gut feeling and just do it. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of people saying, should I take the leap of faith on a specific project or a specific person? If you have your gut feeling, just do it. Just hire them. And what's the worst that could happen? You know, don't think, just do. And I tell that to my child too, as well, whether it be academics. Well, you can apply that on some things with academics. You have to think sometimes,
Yeah.
but as well as like sports or in life, don't always second guess yourself. Sometimes procrastinating or second guessing yourself could really, really mess you up in the long run, especially with business as well. If you have a good feeling and you have all your ducks in a row and you're making a good financial decision and you have everything makes sense, and if you know that you're so committed to it that you're going to make sure that you're going to make it happen and make it successful, don't think, just do it.
Never second guess yourself. Love that. Yeah, and yeah, so for those who wants to reach out to you, how can our listeners contact to you, or what's the best way to contact you?
Yeah, so I have my LinkedIn. I don't know if you're going to post that up. I have my LinkedIn. If you
Mhm.
want, they can contact me through there, or my email is aljr, Al Jr., at nationwidetoledo.com. I'm one email away. And yeah, I like helping people out. I like doing video conferences, um, whatever I could do to try to help out anyone in the world, whether it be business or just self guidance. That's my passion.
Love that. Thank you so much, Al. And yeah, so before we proceed to our lightning round, let's have a quick commercial.
Overwhelmed with work? Well, meet your new partner from Sphere Rocket VA. In just a click, get matched with a virtual assistant who handles all the tedious tasks. No in-person hiring, no extra office gear, just easy online help from our recruitment team. It's like having an extra pair of hands minus the hassle. So ready to relax and see your work done just like magic? Choose Sphere Rocket VA and visit us at www.sphererocketva.com.
Okay, and we're back still here with Al, and it's time for our lightning round. So, Al, lightning round are just quick and fun questions. So, are you ready?
Yep.
Love it. Okay, so what is your favorite business book?
Oh man, sweet. You have to ask this question. Uh, I don't read. I'll be honest with you.
That's okay.
I
Our favorite
I
anything.
favorite
Literally
podcast.
podcast. Yeah, podcast will do.
My favorite podcast is Iced Coffee. I think it's with Stefan, a real estate agent named Stefan, and he brings in a lot of like-minded people, like business people. So I really like that podcast. But I'm not. I'm really ADHD. I can't read. If I go to read like a paragraph, and I'm like, what the heck did I just read? So yeah, I'm not really good with reading.
I can relate. I love podcasts too. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
completely understand.
Yeah, thank you for that. And who is your favorite influencer or coach?
Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is
Oh, I
definitely
love
a good
Tony
one.
Robbins.
I love his energy. I went to an event in Toronto, Canada, one time, and Tony Robbins is a big influence to me. I took a lot of what he learned. I took a lot. Oh my gosh, I took a lot of what he puts out there and apply it in my everyday life.
Wow, is that a the Unleash the Power Within
Yes, yeah,
program? Oh, I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And I taught, I taught some of my guys. There's two big things like urban and urban, emotional reasons to buy and logical reasons to buy, and we use that in our everyday process here at Nationwide Auto Finance as well. And then
Oh,
there's some things that, as you could see with the way my demeanor is coming off, is some of those things that I learned from Tony Robbins I'm applying now on the podcast. It's just that's what I was taught, and that's what fits me really well, and that's why I'm expressing it so seamlessly.
love that. Yeah, that's why at first, but when you joined the podcast, it was really great energy that I can feel because I am actually also a big fan of Tony Robbins. I just attended his free like 3 day program, the free one, because
No
I'm
way.
still yeah, but it's the virtual one because I'm
Yeah,
still yeah, I'm still trying to save up for the real virtual program,
yeah.
the like 6 day or 4 day. I don't know, but
It,
it's
it
the
doesn't.
Unleash the
Yeah,
Power Within.
it doesn't really matter. Like I only so the event I went to was a whole day event, but I only got to see him 1 hour. And still that 1 hour made a big difference. And then I watched some videos of him. I never really took a course, but I always watch videos. Again, I'm just one of those people that I like to get a summary. Unfortunately, I get a summary, and I did read. To be honest, I did read his manual. I think I got it here somewhere. But I did. That's one of the things I did finish is one of his manuals while listening to one of his programs. But yeah, he's a really good, big, impactful influence on me, and I'm as with you as well, sweet. So
Love that. Thank you so much. And yeah, so moving forward, what is your favorite lead generation method?
oh man, so our biggest budget for marketing is Facebook.
Oh, wow.
We use we use Facebook marketing really extensively. We did previously use TikTok. It didn't perform as well as Facebook, but we use Facebook as a click funnel. We present them. We do two different ways. We have some cars. I do a quick video, like a selfie video, and expressing like three different vehicles, three different genres. Real estate agents can maybe pop up a house or something like that. Hey, are you interested in this or this? And then when they click on the video or carousel, we do two different ones. We also do a carousel that displays the vehicles that they were interested in or previously showed expressed interest in. And when they click on it, a lead form pops up and it dumps into our CRM. And that's where our VAs work out of. And it gets dumped in there, and we work our leads to the bone. We do not give up on them. Sometimes you see ourselves working on leads for 7 months later. We're very consistent. We don't give up.
Love that.
you're paying money. You're paying money for these leads, and you cannot waste. Yeah, I mean, you spend $2,000 on 100 leads. You know, that's that's $20 a lead, and if you give up on that one lead, just like wasting $20. So
Love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is so detailed and really learned a lot from that.
yeah,
And yeah, so yeah, how about your biggest goal for 2024?
2024. I mean, I'd like to our sales growth right now. We're on pace of hitting 14% in sales growth. But right now, with COVID impacting the business, even though COVID is not as serious as it once was, it's still impacting businesses and retail spending right now. And I'm sure everyone could feel that no matter where you are in the world. Inflation is crazy right now. And so my biggest thing is, yes, I'd like to increase sales, more than 10%. If I can keep it 14%, that would be amazing by the end of the year. I'd like to increase sales, but I'd like to increase gross profit. Right now, gross profit is really hard to do because, allocating the right inventory is really hard right now. So that's my goal. And then 2025, I'd like to maybe increase another 15 or 20%. Hopefully, the economy could be better by then.
Yeah, love that. Yeah, wishing a success to your business this year and moving forward.
Thank
And
you.
last one, what is your best Amazon purchase?
Oh, man. This is off. Listen, this is off business, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a big outdoorsy guy. And yes, so Sunday, I worked 8 hours in my yard. And Sunday, I worked 8 hours in my yard. Yesterday morning, I worked 2 hours. This morning, I worked an hour in my yard. I love working with like plants and grass and so this morning I just bought grass seed and fertilizer for my yard. So that's what I like doing. I love plants. I love flowers, and I like just I love nature. So that's my Amazon purchase. I bought grass seed and fertilizer, and that's one of my favorite things to purchase on Amazon is yard related
Oh.
stuff.
Love that. Love that. Really doing what sparks joy to you, even
Yeah.
if outside the business or outside your work. And that was really great. And yeah, it was really nice talking to you and learning from you today. I hope we can go on, but of course we
No,
have a time constraint.
no problem.
But yeah, thank you
It
so
was, it
much.
was a pleasure meeting you, sweet.
It
And
is. Mhm.
I wish you nothing but success and happiness in your life. And I wish this podcast keeps going.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish that for you too, and the continuing legacy for your business. And yeah, and hopefully you can bounce back from and adapt with the changes that is happening to your business. And yeah, really love talking to you today, and hoping to continuing business with Sphere Rocket as well. And yeah, and the last words, if you want to like give a shout out or mention anyone to give gratitude or something, I'm giving you the floor.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to my two VAs, actually, Stefan and Verlaine. I wouldn't, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you two. So I'm truly grateful for you guys and your commitment. I greatly appreciate it, and I can't see us doing business without you guys anymore. So
Love that. Thank you so much, Al. And yeah, so there you have it, friends. Hope you learned from this episode. And don't forget to click that subscribe button so you will never miss an episode. And please comment down below your best or your favorite takeaways from this episode. And yeah, we always read that. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to this podcast. And again, my name is Sweet. And until next time, stay inspired and keep building those spheres of success.
bye.
Okay.
Feeling the difference with Sphere Rocket VA? Tasks are flying off your list, and there's more me time in your day. And guess what? It's all super affordable. Yes, you heard right. Our virtual assistants aren't just amazing at what they do, they're easy on your wallet too. No more stress over emails or schedules. With Sphere Rocket VA, you get your time back and keep your budget happy. Ready for simpler, affordable workdays? Head on over to www.sphererocketva.com. Join us at Sphere Rocket VA, where every day is easy and easy on your budget.